Hey, welcome to episode 45 of the Ashley Avis podcast. I can't believe I've already made it to episode 45. I remember listening back to episode 1 just a few weeks ago thinking, wow, I've come a long way and I still have lots of places I want to go. For example, today I am recording a solo show all about how to launch with what you got. Okay, I haven't actually talked about launching yet a lot on the podcast, and I'm excited to do it today because I get a lot of questions about launching, and I believe it was about this time last year or even a few months earlier in the year last year, where I released a workshop, which was one of my best workshops in terms of signups, and it was how to launch like a pro. And when I first started figuring out my launch strategy and what it means to launch, I think that it was kind of like a buzzword for me. It was this mystery word. What does launching even really mean? I know it leads to sales, but what is like a launch per se? And so many business experts were talking about launching. Oh, launching so draining. Oh, it's launch week here. Or I'm in pre launch mode. I'm like, what is all of this stuff? Like, what is this? What is actually included in a launch? Let's break it down. And no one actually was sharing their launch secrets, like their actual content strategy. So I feel like when I was creating my launch strategy, I had to piece it all together. And what I want to do for you today is really define what a launch is versus just doing regular sales posts. And I want to give you like an actual breakdown of how you can use social media to launch and then add in some other things like email and some website strategy in order for you to be able to put together a launch for yourself for your new offers that you can use this week, next week, maybe next month. You can put it together as quickly or as slowly as you like to, but I just want to make sure that you've got something, some know how. If you're a beginner, if you've never launched before, this episode today, you want to take some notes because I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. And like, I haven't had a launch that didn't lead to some sort of revenue. So, this is it. This is episode 45, how to launch with what you got.
You're listening to the Ashley Avis podcast, the place to be for female entrepreneurs who want to attract more clients to their business and sign them with ease. Around here, we're chatting about branding, Instagram and social media strategy, web design tips, email marketing, sales mastery, and so much more. I've got guests who can't wait to share their expert advice and help you grow the business of your dreams. Subscribe and tune in every Tuesday with a notepad and be ready for actionable advice that you can implement today. Let's do this.
All right. So, the first thing I want to talk about in terms of like a launch strategy is what is launching. So I like to define launching based on what it is not. Okay, so first I'm going to say launching is not just posting a sales post to your feed. So what is a sales post? A sales post is it's like a post, maybe it's a video or it's actual image of your offer, something like that, where the call to action is go buy it, right? Like here's click the link in my bio, you can buy my offer or take me up on this offer or book yourself in for a sales call with me, right? A sales post is there in your feed to help you sell your offers, whether they're products or services. Okay, I have services. So, and digital products. Okay, so sales posts, you do them once in a while. If your feed is like 90% sales posts and people are following you and they're not ready to buy, you are not going to keep that follower. Okay, you're not going to attract more followers unless people are actually willing to buy what you got. And that doesn't happen that often. Like, usually on social media, you need to create posts and content that get people to know you and like you and trust you so that when you slip in that sales post, people are more willing to click the link in your bio and check out what your offers are, right? So, sales posts are maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, or more frequently, depending on what your content strategy is. But they're not everyday things. Now, a sales post has a little bit more pressure to it. Like a sales post is once, and if it doesn't perform, if nobody buys, we got to wait for our next one. A launch is different, okay? A launch is anywhere from, like, you could do a mini launch with 3 days, you could do a long launch for 7 to 9 days, but it's anywhere between, I would say, on average for me, 5 to 7 days. And you are just posting sales content for 5 to 7 days. What I know some of you are like, I have no clue how I could do that. It takes me everything just to create that one sales post. What do you mean making a whole week's worth of sales content? Isn't that going to bug people? Isn't that going to be hard? Isn't that going to make me come across as really salesy? Those same questions hit me hard too. And I want to tell you that those are just limiting beliefs. Okay. I'm going to break it down today how you can talk about your products, your offers in different ways with different call to actions so that you don't feel like you're posting the exact same thing every single day in a row, which I don't actually recommend. So it's 5 to 7 days of sales posts. You're not posting the exact same thing every day though. I'm going to break it down. And what you're doing by posting your sales content and talking about your offer for 5 to 7 days is you're actually going to increase your reach on your launch and your offer. So if we have one sales post, you know how often our posts go viral, right? Not that often. So if we have one sales post, maybe we reached 1,000 people with that post. That would be great. But if we're posting for 5 to 7 days, a lot of different types of content like videos, posts, stories, our reach is going to be a lot bigger, right? And then along with reach is our engagement. We might get a couple likes and comments on our one sales post, but I guarantee you're going to get a lot more likes and comments on 5 to 7 days worth of posts, right? So we've got lots of opportunity there. And also, too, you know that some people will see a sales post and they'll be like, you know what, maybe that's for me. I don't know. Keep scrolling. If you give them, if you show up in their feed for a week and you give them lots of reminders, chances are that you are going to catch them somewhere in their decision making process to get a yes or a no. And the more yeses you get, the better. So, in the process of the 5 to 7 day launch, you have a lot more opportunity to get people to say yes or just to make a decision about your offer. Now, if you go back to episode number 43, I have guest Courtney Fanning from Big Picture Branding, and she talked about her quiz, the 4 types of buyers. If you haven't listened to that episode, it's all about how to write better copy for your website or better copy in general, how to write for people to help them make decisions. And she talks about how there's 4 different buyers, and she's got a quiz. And if you take that, you'll learn that some people just need to hear the basics. Yes, they want the nice, what is it? What's it going to do for me? How much is it? Where do I buy it? Right? That's the director. That's me. But then there's some people that need a lot more social proof, right? They need to see that other people are buying it and they enjoy it and they're getting results. And then there's some people that need to read every single detail. They'll read every word on your sales page. They'll read every caption you put out there through your launch week. So, and then they'll make their decision. So sometimes people will buy at the very beginning of the launch, and then sometimes people wait till the very end. And it all just depends on what type or what combination of types of buyers people are. So I highly recommend listening to that episode. Maybe right after this one, when you start to write the captions and write out the email content for your 5 to 7 day launch. That's episode 43 with Courtney Fanning. Cool. Okay, so how do I talk about my offer for 7 days in a row? And how do I talk about my offer 7 days in a row without annoying people? Okay, this is a really good question because I was really stumped too. And I pieced together a few different strategies from what I knew to be true from working in the sales industry for 7 years, doing a lot of one-on-one sales, and then also from being in the online world, online space, and what I knew about social media. So, I mean, sales books, marketing books, online, in person, I pieced it all together and realized, you know what, this would help me make a decision. And this is what I want to give you guys. It's a content strategy for what to post 7 days in a row. You can mix up the order if you're not really feeling the order of my content. However, I've designed it in a way to help people make decisions, and to help gain trust and build authority during your launch, okay? So I just simplified this. There is a lot more that we could add to it, trust me. So if you're thinking, you know what, I want to launch, I want to try this out, or I want to have a really big launch and I want Ashley's support, I do offer launch support in my 8-week coaching program. So if you're interested, you could book a call with me just by going to ashley.avismarketing.com, and you'll see book a call buttons everywhere. Book a call with me and let me know. I listened to episode 45. I'm ready to launch. I want some support, and I'll talk to you all about those other things that we can do so I can support you to have the most successful launch possible. Because you want sales, right? Yeah, I know you do. Okay, so say I have a week, Monday to Sunday, where I want to launch my offer. Now, hold on. I want to make sure that those dates you're really clear on, because figuring out what days you're actually going to launch on, like this is my day 1, this is my day 7, cart opens here, cart closes here. Having those dates on the calendar is really important, because then you'll know when you need to have everything ready by. Or then you can have, that the week before you're going to be building anticipation, creating some pre-launch teasers, and just like mentally getting ready to save time and space for the people during your launch that have questions and concerns and want to talk to you more about your offer. It takes a lot of energy to launch sometimes. So I just want you to be mentally and emotionally prepared for launch week. So put the dates on your calendar and make sure you're not launching like over a holiday, or maybe you are and it's strategically done that way. Just make sure that there's nothing important on the calendar right there that's going to distract people. Um, Social media can be really noisy around certain times of the year, and it can be crickets other times of the year. So I say, like, be strategic. I would not start a launch for myself. I attract coffee's kicking in. I attract female professionals that work Monday to Friday, say. So I post Monday to Friday during work hours. It would be really weird for me to start my launch on a Sunday morning, right? So make sure that your launch dates make sense for you and your ideal client. So on day 1 of your launch, let's just say it's Monday, you want to post a teaser. That's what I would do. I would post a teaser letting people know something big is coming tomorrow. You want to perhaps make this funny, exciting. Maybe it's a funny meme, or maybe it's even you going live talking to your followers, or going right there into your stories, letting people know, talking to the camera, that you've been planning something big and you're prepared to announce it tomorrow. On day 2, people are then going to go to your content because they saw that you're going to be launching something today and they're excited. Just to know that on day 1, you could do things like you could do a countdown in your stories, like letting people know, like, tomorrow's the day I'm going to be announcing something big. You could also have people share it or take a friend if you guys are curious, things like that. So that on day 2, when you go to launch it, it's a very simple post today. When I say simple, I mean we are not going to go all in and letting them know every single detail about your post. About your offer. In this post, you're just going to answer the questions. What is it? Like, what is it that you're selling? What's included in it? And how do I buy it? So, for example, in my 8-week coaching program, if I were to launch it and it'd be day 2 of the launch, because day 1 is a teaser, if day 2 was the launch, I would say, hey, I'm offering an 8-week coaching program. Included, you get 8 1-hour sessions with me where I'm going to teach you about X, Y, and Z. To sign up for it, click the link in my bio. So that's really important. The call to action on day 2 would be click the link in my bio, because people that are like, yep, I love that. I want that. I was ready for this. I was waiting for Ashley to put an offer out like this. They're going to go right away, click the link in your bio because they want to buy it now. Actually, they wanted to buy it yesterday. Okay. So those impulse buyers, they're going to click the link in your bio. So make sure on that day you change the link in your bio, or the link in your profile, or the link below if it's on Facebook, to your sales page. And if you do not have a sales page for your offer, or you don't know, if you've never made one before, I want you to send me a message, because I can help you out with that. Web designer here. Everyone should have a sales page for everything that they're offering. So That's a whole other podcast episode that if you want me to record, I definitely will do that for you. All right, so your link in bio is your sales page. So people that are like, "Yep, I see she's got an 8-week coaching program, 8 1-hour sessions. These are what's included. I want to buy it. Here I go." You might get people signing up on day 1. That would be fantastic. Now, this post could be, I recommend doing like a post to your feed, post to your stories. You want to do, maybe you could do a video, maybe like you want to post a reel this day as well, because the more reach you get on day 1, the better. We do want everyone to know what is it, that it exists, right? It's available to buy right now and what's included. Then on day 3, we're going to start to elaborate more. On day 3 is where we get a little more detailed about the benefits of the offer. So I do not mean the features. I mean the benefits. What are the rewards? What is the emotional pull or the reason why someone would actually want to buy this? So if you solve a really good problem for people, sure, you can talk about how you solve the problem, but maybe talking about the benefit of how it's going to feel when that problem is gone. I think having an emotional pull here is it's really key. So we're going to be talking about the benefits today. And then again, just try and keep it as simple as possible. You do not need to write a novel. Sorry, especially for social media content. Just hit home on that emotional pull, the benefit of why someone should take you up on this product or service that you're offering, and then have the same call to action. Click the link in my bio if you're ready to purchase. Okay? So you can create other content around this too, maybe some funny before and after memes like before my offer, clients after my offer. And then this is a good day where you'd want to get people to start sharing some of your content. So if people are liking it, you could ask them to share it or share if you can relate to get a little bit more reach on this content, this emotional pull. Then, if people are seeing it because your friends are sharing it and they head back to your profile, maybe it's Facebook or Instagram, they're going to actually see surrounding content where they can click back and see more. So they're going to be able to see day 2, what is it and how do I buy it? It's right there. And if you're smart, you might even want to start saving this content into an Instagram highlight so that people can make that first. So people can click on the highlight and start tapping through to learn all about this offer. Okay, so day 1, post a teaser. On day 2, just talk about what is it, what's included, how do I buy it. On day 3, we start to elaborate and talk about the benefits of this offer and get that emotional pull. Then on day 4, I want you to get specific about the solution. Well, the solution is the offer. I want you to get specific about the problem that you solve and who has that problem. So I like to do some posts sometimes about who is this 8-week coaching program for specifically, and I qualify people. So if they know about the offer and then they're sitting there and they're like, you know what, I think I have that problem. And then they're sitting there like, is this really for me though? I like to validate them and smack them in the face with a great big yes, this is for you. So I like to sometimes just make a simple list and say, this is for you if you struggle with this, and you feel like that, and you want this solved. You could create a little list. You could do a poll like in your stories, like, if you are this person, are you this person or this person? Yes, keep going. There's more information about my offer here. Just an example. Kind of doing this on the fly. But you want people to feel halfway through the launch like, yes, this is for me. If they're still wondering halfway through the launch, like, is this really for me? Do I really need this? Then they're probably going to decide not to purchase. Okay, but if they're feeling halfway through the launch, yes, this is for me, then there's only a few other objections that we need to cover from day 5 to 7. So objections are when people are deciding, no, I'm not going to buy. Maybe it's some of the concerns they have. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's just they're really just undecided on if this is going to be a good investment for them right now. So we need to kind of overcome those objections in the ending of our launch. You know what the offer is. I think you want it, but you're still not letting yourself buy it. That's what day 5 and 6 is going to be about. So day 5, when we go to post, is going to be helping us build our authority and our street cred. What we want to do is share as much social proof as we can. Social proof is when other people have purchased it and got results and they're willing to share those results saying, "Hey, I purchased this, I got results. You guys should purchase it too." So you could do some testimonials, some before and afters. You could get some screenshots of people that really enjoyed the offer. You could get some if it's your first time launching this program or this offer that you've just created, you could share some social proof that, hey, I have been able to get people results in the past. Hey, I have really good character. Hey, I'm really good at teaching, or hey, I'm really good at solving this problem. You just need some friends, some past clients, some current clients to validate that in some sort of like review. So could be just going to your Facebook reviews, your Google reviews, or any of the feedback surveys that you currently have and pulling some good quotes from those, asking those people that wrote them if they don't mind sharing, and then putting that into social media content. It could be a carousel, like swipe over to see how people are really truly enjoying my offer. Swipe over, swipe over, swipe over. You can tag the people if you want. Maybe they will share. Put them up in your stories. Tag the people. Maybe they will share. And we're going to get some reach on this social proof content. So for that person that's like, I will buy this as long as I know other people are buying it. That's like one of the types of buyers that Courtney Fanning was talking about in episode 43. So you can't leave out the social proof because there's a big group of people out there that only really buy something if somebody else has bought it. An example here is like influencer marketing, why it's so popular, because sure, we can see that the brands have put out tons of marketing, but it works so much better when brands align themselves with people that you trust. When they use the product and like it, you trust them, you're more likely to buy it. Like, I won't just go and buy a certain skincare treatment if I don't know anyone else that's used it. I don't want to be the guinea pig. I want someone else to say, yes, it works, or yes, it works, but use it this way first. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I know that there's a lot of people that shop on Amazon and they read all the reviews before they purchase something. Just like that. You got to share the social proof. Then on day 6, you need to start creating some FOMO. So, FOMO is fear of missing out. And you want to make sure that you're doing this in a way that's not letting people feel scared, per se, of not purchasing this offer. If I don't purchase this offer, I won't succeed. Fear that if you don't purchase this offer, I won't be able to help you get that much closer to solving your problem. So you don't want to be like a fear monger in this part of your launch. People will be really repelled by that. And I can't off the top of my head think of a good example of someone that does this because I just feel like it's just not really done. But I had to mention it. You want to make sure that it's fear of missing out. Like, hey, you can actually say in the caption on this day, hey, this offer is expiring tomorrow, or tomorrow is the last day to sign up. Make sure you save time today to click the link in my bio. Hey, why not just do it right now? And then you can purchase the offer. Okay, I don't want you to miss out on this offer. So there might be other ways. Maybe your social proof, by sharing your social proof, has created enough FOMO. Like, hey, I've got 20 people that have already purchased this offer. I don't want you to miss out. Or maybe you can say, I was only offering spots for 10 people and I've got 9 filled. Thank you to those 9 people. Then it's like, oh no, she only has 1 spot left. I better click and purchase this today. So that's ways you can create some FOMO on that day. All right. And then on day 7, it is your last day. And with integrity, we are going to say that this is the last day you can purchase. Tomorrow, something's going to be it's not going to be offered tomorrow. So if you want to purchase it tomorrow, I'm sorry, you're going to miss out. Today is the last day to enroll. Maybe you want to put a deadline on that. Maybe it's midnight, maybe it's 8 p.m., whatever. And then you are going to close your cart that day. That way you can actually sell with some urgency and an integrity this day. So what if you're thinking, okay, but Ash, like if someone does want to buy it tomorrow, they totally can. Okay. Then I hear you on that, and here's what I would do. During your launch week, to build some extra anticipation, some extra excitement, some extra urgency, is maybe you want to include a bonus. So what that could be was maybe if you have an 8-week coaching program, If you purchase during launch week, so before Sunday, if that's the last day of your launch, you're going to get my bonus templates for social media included, or my bonus website copy templates. So I'm not discounting my product or service, but I'm adding something that's a bonus that I already have created that is no problem for me to offer people if they're purchasing my offer. Okay. Another way of doing the bonus could be if you purchase before the end of launch week, you get a discount. I'm not a super big fan of big, huge discounts, but it's up to you and you need to trust your gut. Should I be discounting my offers or not? If you're unsure, you can book a call with me and maybe we can hash it out. So that's how you can do it. You can say, you know what, the bonus is expiring on the end of the day today when cart closes, or the discount is expiring and it'll go back up to full price. You know what's best for you and your business, right? So that's how you can like close your cart on the last day. What I would do is take your post from day 2. What is it? What's included? How do I buy it? Pretty much duplicate that for the last day, but add in today is the last day. This offer is expiring. And then share it all over the place. So that's your 7 days of talking about your offer, 7 days in a row. And I don't think you're going to annoy people, because if people are just like, you know what, that's not for me, they're just going to keep scrolling by. They're not going to unfollow you. Okay. It's only for a week. And then you go back to your regular content where you're serving, educating, inspiring, and entertaining your followers. Check. So let's just do a little recap. Day 1 of your launch, you post a teaser. On day 2, you talk about what is it, what's included, and how to buy it. On day 3, you elaborate more about the benefits and make sure you're talking about why people should purchase your offer and get emotional. On day 4, you want to qualify who this offer is for. You want to make people to feel validated that yes, this is for them. Then on day 5, you share social proof, like testimonials and reviews. On day 6, you create some fear of missing out. And then on day 7, you use that last dose of urgency to let people know this offer is expiring. Now, some people might be wondering, how many times a day do I post about that stuff? Well, it's totally up to you. You could make one post to your feed. You can make a post and a video. You can make a post and maybe go live. You could you could go just talk on your stories all day long. It's really what's best for you. But I want to show you guys, if you're ready to go gung ho and really go all in on this next launch that you're planning, you could post everything to like Facebook and Instagram. You can do your live announcements. You could do feed posts, like image posts. You could also do carousel posts, right? You could do reels. You could put them on TikTok. You got to be active in your stories. You can create all of this content and repurpose it right over there on Pinterest with idea pins. And then make sure that you guys are emailing your email lists. You know I'm passionate about that. So then when your launch is done, I want you to make sure that you have a chance to sit back, breathe, and analyze what worked really well for me and what didn't work so well. You can do this by looking at your insights on your engagement. You can look at your website traffic and where it came from, your email open rate, your click over rate, and then how many sales you got. If you use this strategy and you get results, please, even if they're positive ones or negative ones, please let me know. I want to hear from you. You can find me on Instagram at Ashley Avis Co. You can connect with me right directly on my website, ashley.avismarketing.com. And I just want to know, did this work for you? Give me feedback so I can help you better, or just so I can get better in general. I'm always learning new things. So make sure during launch week 2, I just want to remind you some people say launching is really draining, and that's because they're not physically, mentally, or emotionally prepared to save space for the people that have questions about your offer. So make sure that you save 15 minutes 2 times a day or more to engage with your people, to respond back to people that comment and ask you questions, to respond back to people that like your posts. If you have a call to action that says, like my post if you want more information, and you get 20 likes, you better be copying and pasting more information to these people. Make sure that you have time to DM people the correct links to your sales page or your frequently asked questions page. And then you're showing up at least 1 to 2 times a day for this. Okay. So, and one more final reminder is that if you mostly are thinking about launching on Instagram, which is my favorite, make sure that your link in bio is your sales page. Okay, so you don't want to be talking about your offer and then saying, go to the link in my bio to purchase, and it's your homepage, or maybe it's a link tree with tons of different buttons. You just want to decrease the odds that they're going to get distracted and click away from your offer's buy button. So your landing page or your sales page should be your link in bio for the whole week. So if you're wondering, I don't really have a lot of website skills, I don't know how to make a landing page. Again, hi, I'm Ashley and I'm a web designer and I would love to help you. So you can connect with me on Instagram. That's at Ashley Avis Co. I would love to see you there. You can follow me. You can send me questions in my DMs. I love it. And then if you liked today's episode, feel free to share it. I would love that. You can screenshot that you're listening right now or watching right now on YouTube. And you can just share it with your friends to say, hey, this girl knows how to launch or gave me a really simple launch strategy that I think I could try soon, right? I would appreciate the share. Until next week, you got this.
Thank you for listening to the Ashley Avis podcast. If you liked what you heard today, you can subscribe, or even better, tell a friend about my show. Think you would make a great guest? Reach out and send me a message on Instagram. You can find me at Ashley Avis Co. You can grab all of today's show notes at ashley.avismarketing.com. Plus, find more ways to simplify, strategize, and show up with confidence when marketing and selling online. Until next Tuesday, you got this.